Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino, Tuesday, May 13th, 2025 pre-market report. Let me just give you a quick rundown because I want to cover something else that's pretty profound, and I want you guys and girls to pay attention to this stuff. Well, it's kind of in our face. So let's do this. Right now, the setup for the market is stock futures are under a little pressure, nothing major. You got the dollar under some pressure this morning. You got bond yields relatively flat. You got gold, silver, and crude oil catching a bid. You got Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies flat to slightly negative. Nothing major. Why? What's going on? We're waiting for some pretty big economic news. In fact, probably by the time I finish this, it'll be out. We're talking about the CPI, Consumer Price Index here. It's all going to be fake anyway. Uh, I mean, there's not a single piece of real economic news anymore. And I really thought this, blindly, however you want to talk about it. I expected this to change to a certain degree with the selection of Donald Trump. All we're getting is more of the same, in fact, even to a worse degree. All right, whatever, man. We'll get duped once in a while, and yeah, I guess I was duped a little bit too. But anyway, look, we can't hold ourselves responsible for this. It's not us. We are being conned constantly, upside down, backwards, and sideways, deceived. Look here, don't look over there. It's an incredible thing. But you know what, man? People are feeling the pinch, and I'm going to show you something. This is a headline this morning. This is from CNBC. 77% of Americans right now are feeling the pinch of, food price inflation. Look what they do here. Food price inflation. They can't say currency purchasing power loss because you see, that would put a whole different spin on it. And it's not just food prices which are rising on the back of currency which is being evaporated. We all know that here. It's everything. And this is going to accelerate. I'm going to show you something, people, that is kind of mind-blowing. So yesterday I hear from all you guys and girls all the time. So a gentleman named Scott sent me a chart and some work that he put together with regard to the current trajectory of purchasing power losses of the currency going all the way back to the inception of the Federal Reserve System, this controlled nightmare that unfortunately 77% of people are saying they're feeling the pinch of higher costs, just with regard to being able to survive and provide for their family, to put food on the freaking table. But we're doing great. We're fantastic. War rich. Some of us are even getting $400 million jet planes gifted to us. Yeah, that's some of us here. Not all of us here, but that's okay. So I'm going to show you something. I just put this out, people. Everything I cover here with you is in your inbox if you subscribe to my newsletter. Now listen, I got a big freaking humongous problem here. So there are some, even in my own newsletter, so be very careful, that are pretending to be me, looking to scam people. They're asking you for investment money. They're saying it's me. I would never lead you wrong. It's all fake. Anything. People, you know this. If you hear me contacting you in any way, shape, or form, saying, all right, you know what, I have an investment plan for you. I want you to put some cash. It's fake. Please understand that it's not me. I would never do this. I don't know what I'm going to do with that here. Again, I don't want to do this, people, and I know I'm going to get heat for what I'm about to see, but I may actually have to put up a paywall, even $2 a month or $3 a month, just to keep these trolls out, because I don't think, and these scammers out. I don't think they're going to they would even pay $2 or $3 a month. Anyway, look, I don't want to do that. So I'm doing my best to block these people. But anyway, look, man, just don't fall for these scams. So people, I want to show you something again. The original piece of work that was sent to me by Scott, it's in your inbox. Now, I looked at this chart and I read over what he sent to me. It all looks pretty much freaking spot on. So I last night again, I looked over it. I looked over the data that he gave me. And again, what he put out is 100% true. I agree with it, Scott. You're awesome, and thank you for sending it to me. But it's not going to follow that trajectory. There is just no way. There are too many moving parts to what's happening. And at best, and I agree with you, Scott, I agree with you 100%. At best, we have 32 years left. But there's no way we even have maybe even half of that. And I want to cover why. So I put this together for all of you. Again, it's in your inbox. I want to cover it. So again, this is a chart here that demonstrates for you from when the Federal Reserve System started to where we are actually right now. And we are right here. We are right here with regard to purchasing power of the currency, the US dollar. I mean, you got, again, deficits and debts ballooning out of control. $1.32 trillion spending bills, which is massively currency purchasing power negative. You're not allowed to know this yet. There's not a single roadblock, not one, being put up to block this from happening, to stop currency devaluation from accelerating from here. And that's really what I talk about. I'm going to go over it in a moment with you, but I want to set the stage here. It can't stop. It's not going to stop. We're hearing again more calls for a weaker dollar right out of the President of the United States' mouth. A weaker dollar, understanding at best that we got 32 years left. We're hearing calls right out of the President of the United States' mouth that we need lower rates, which means what? Purchasing power destruction faster. So you can see how politicians here are working with the central bank to destroy the currency. They're all on a mission to wipe it out, to issue in a new system. Henceforth, why we're becoming the crypto capital of the world, why President Trump and his sons are building a crypto dynasty unlike anything that has been seen in the history of the world. Why President Trump and his sons, and I'm not calling them out. These are facts. And if you want to dispute these facts, I am offering you an opportunity to do that. The Middle East, the Middle Eastern investors, nations are investing the most heavily in President Trump and his son's crypto dynasty. You don't want to believe that? I don't know what to tell you. The data is all out there. Look it up for yourself. You'll see Greg is correct. Now, if that hurts you, if you think that makes me have PDS, the three letters that these people can't come up with anything different here. You got TDS. Look it up for yourself. Prove me wrong. Give it your best shot. Now, anyway, look. Let's talk about how at best we have 32 years left, and I'm telling you people, we don't even have half of it. This is the chart of where we are now. We are right here, right there. So we're almost at zero. So anyway, this chart that I just showed you, sent to me by Follow My Work, demonstrates clearly that if and only if the current trajectory of the U.S. dollar devaluation continues as it is, at best, the U.S. dollar has 32 years left before it goes to zero. But, and I know you do too, and I'm going to outline the proof here. I see purchasing power losses accelerating. I've been talking about this forever, and it's happening. It's not that we're making it up here, which means we have much less than 32 years. Here is why, and here's the proof. So here we go. Even under the current conditions, the dollar is mathematically, this is a mathematical certainty, on track to hit zero within 32 years by 2057. And that's assuming the devaluation rate stays at 9.5% per year. That's exactly what it is. Forget the CPI or the nonsense that they're showing you. Mathematically, you can prove this, but you can't know that. So I wrote here, just look at this stuff. What happens if devaluation accelerates? So let's say it increases to 12%, 15%, even 20%. At those rates, devaluation rate years is near zero. Okay, now just look at these numbers here. Now again, if you are having a hard time tracking this, it's in your inbox. So here we go. At 20%, the dollar collapses in half a generation here, and the signs are already here. How do we know that this is going to accelerate? How do we know that? Well, here it is. Here's the proof for you. And the signs are already here. Fed debt monetization is accelerating. Debt and deficits are ballooning. Global de-dollarization is spreading, and QE is the baseline to support the system. People, Have I said a single thing here that you don't already know, that you are not already experiencing, that you are not already seeing with your own eyes, feeling in your own pocketbook like 77% of the American people are? 77%. What this means, we are not in a currency cycle anymore. We are in a currency countdown. We're literally in a countdown here, people. 32 years. Scott, you're awesome, bro. I love you and thank you for your work here. What this tells me is people are waking up here. And Scott, you're one of them. And I do appreciate your work. I really, really do. But at the same time, there is no way, none, and I mean zero, that we have even near 32 years left. We don't got 32 years left. We might have 32 minutes left on people. Listen to me. They're not going to stop crushing us, devaluing the currencies around the world. This is just the US dollar. But you can look at every central bank issued note here. Okay, of so-called developed nations, let me correct myself. There's the so-called developed nations that are being forced to live under the rulership of these institutions with puppet politicians here. We're all in the same boat. We're all in the same boat here. Some of us may have less than 32 years at its current trajectory, but this is where we're at, people. Listen to me, please. Share this stuff. Get it out there. Let people see this for themselves. I mean, they think this is going to go on and on. But we are deliberately being brought to our knees via the backbone of the system, and that is the currency. And again, we have puppet presidents calling, I demand a weaker dollar. I demand lower rates. Are you kidding me? Is this what we need? No, we need to return. We could turn this around. We could turn this around right now. If we returned purchasing power to the currency, we could rebuild the economy from the bottom up, not from the top down. Trickle down economics. People, I'm going to give you a wake up call. It don't work. All trickle down does is enrich the 1% and 2%. But President Trump can't tell you that. Central bankers can't tell you that. And for those of you that have TDS here, and I'm not talking about the ones that you guys think who has TDS, these people that say that, they're the ones with that disease. It's called pigs. Trump is God syndrome. The red hats like Greg is wearing right now. But you see, mine's a little bit different here. It's a Rasta hat. We all got this, people. You know that. But again, man, there are so many people who are blind to the current situation. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to ask you, if you subscribe to my newsletter, first of all, beware of the scammers over there. They're every freaking where, even here, obviously. Share this piece of work. All right. Again, this is Scott and myself. Scott's chart, his words yesterday, my words here, where I prove to you that we don't have 32 years left, not even close. And they're going to wipe us out. They're destroying us on purpose, people. None of this is by accident. You all know that. Share this work, please. Get this video out there. Please, if I've earned you a thumbs up, please, I'd appreciate that too. I don't know what else to say, people. We got to look out for each other, and that's exactly what we're doing here. That's what this is all about, this pride of lions that we have built. We are people who look out for each other always. Am I right? I'll see all of you later. We'll cover the economic data, although it's going to be completely fake. All of it's fake. All of it is fake. And yes, I admit that I was duped. I was duped. I thought that maybe there was even a slight chance or hope that that President Trump would change things around. But again, look, man, even the best of us, and I'm not saying I am the best of us, I am the least the best of anyone here. Even the best of us is going to fall through the cracks once in a while. And so don't blame yourself for this. We are being conned. We are being conned. Love you. See you later, 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern for the live stream.